How are we all doing? Thank you very much for joining me. Just confirming to see if we are live. We've got a few internet. Sorry. We've got a few internet connection issues going on. Just going to make sure that we are live. Okay. Chris, how you going? Okay, we're good to go. I had a lot of drop frame network issues going on at the start of the stream, so you might have seen me stop it, and then I've just got it back on now. I had to just quickly give it a test, and I had to drop the frame rate that I'm streaming at. So I've dropped it from 17 to 16. Well, I used to stream at 16 with no problem, so I upped it by 1,000, but. Yeah, I've noticed it's been playing up the last few streams, so I've dropped it back to 16. All right, bear with me, folks. We've got a countdown on because what I'm going to do is I've got to set up the formation still, so I've got to actually get a photo off my phone because I've done so much other stuff. I've had to, yeah. Actually, do I still have it? That is the question. Yeah, here it is. All right, just bear with me, folks. I'm getting it all sorted out now. What do we got? Yeah, okay, and at 20 past is set on February 14 as predicted. Okay, all right. Yep, I'm live. Fantastic. Oh, Pipe's loading screen's on there. Oh wow. Near the time barn. That's a lovely photo. All right. God, Nidatown Balm is aging very quickly for the sexiest route, isn't it? It's oh man, we've got some absolute fantastic, beautiful routes coming out. It's aging very quickly. All right. Okay, I'm gonna set this all up. So bear with me. Let's get it up and running. Here we are. Welcome aboard. How are we all doing? We're going to spawn a train in. So what I'm going to do is I'm spawning in some AI just to make it look fancy. Okay, so we're putting in the main tail bun stuff on there. Obviously, we're going to make it really fancy. And then we're going to come along over here. And we're going to grab ourselves our train that we're going to be rolling with. Which is... 146. Love is in the air. All right, here we go. It won't come up straight away. Normally, as you can see, we've got the old school inner city coaches. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Voila. Happy Valentine's Day, folks. Welcome aboard to the Valentine's Day special of Midweek World of Trains. This is episode 161. We're doing Formation Designer on the timetable. And free roam on the main Spizzard Barn. The Japanese route, yes. Well, I don't have it on Train Sim Classic actually. It was still quite expensive actually. Even on sale, it was $29 Australian dollar. So yeah, it's normally $56 though, $57, but. There's plenty of other opportunities before they were released that'll be on sale. So, because that's still, I still think it'll be part of the 2024-25 Train Sim World era. Okay. Let's see if we got, yep. If we get any line issues anyway, we'll have to try to pull strings like we did yesterday. I I still don't even know how I got it up and running at the end anyway. Oh. RFB. Okay. I'll open up those doors. I'll put in information in a minute. We're going all the way to Hagen. So where is Hagen? All the way down here. There it is. I think I'll do that. Yep. Hopefully I got it right anyway. If we don't, we'll just kick all the traffic off so we can just do it. Okay. Doors are open. Where's Hagen? That's if it comes up on here. It should. Hagen Bracken's there. Yeah. That's the hello. That's the official name for it. Who we got on the stream? Chris Axworth. Hey, going? Aussie Don. Today I got the West Somerset Railway. Very close to, actually, yeah, Somerset Railway. So you got it today. Okay. Yeah, it's a great route. It's definitely better than what it was. I was never really a fan of it, mainly because it was like rapid transit for me. I wasn't a fan of rapid transit back in the days for the simple fact that just, you always had to do the whole length of the route. There was no in-betweens or anything. So it was always too long for me to mainly do. So I wasn't a big fan of it, but now I absolutely love it. It's awesome. Same with West Somerset. It was just like the very, very old graphics system and the old skybox system was terrible. When you look at it now, it was just terrible. It was dull. It was like, but the only thing that it really sort of represented was typical England, just dull and dark and rainy. My apologies, but yeah, that's just what it sort of reminded me of. And it's like, no, we need to make this look beautiful. We need to make it look like it's shining and, not like a nuclear power plant like it does these days. Like, it's a little bit too full on now. They sort of need to get a little bit of a balance going on that. But obviously, there's amazing modern community that helps us do that. So, yeah, it's definitely better than what it is now. West Somerset, it's got all that, amazing traffic on there now. The steam locos are on there, which is absolute gem. I am still spewing about Dovetail staying away from the question on what the hell is happening with the freight traffic we were promised for the Northeast Corridor, New York Trenton, though. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, we have a green light. We're ready to go. We're closing those doors. Obviously, inner city, typical, waiting at the station for passengers to get on the train. Okay, make sure that we are all sweet. Good. All right, let's rock and roll. Yeah, you got your couple, like 10-minute one for the for a few of the services and whatnot. Okay, until they figure out a way to put it in. Yeah, fair enough. So it's like Steam; they've just put it on hold. Yeah, it was confirmed on the stream. Finally, they finally given everybody's worst nightmare that they're not focusing on anything new Steam at the moment. Doesn't mean that any third party company, like they said, the third party companies are very interested in Steam. So, yeah, it sounds like there is some stuff in works later on, but for now, no. I have plans for ICE trip on here as well, folks. I won't do it next week, obviously. I don't want to continue to flog German content on our first load ups. The last three streams have sort of been, or the last three main streams have been sort of focused on German content. But you know me, I love German content. I love Deutschbahn content. So yes, it is confirmed that the Deutschbahn route is the next Train Sim World release. So yeah, we're going to the Bahnstrecke. Salzburg. Yes, looking forward to it. It's a beautiful station. The Austrian one. Yeah, it's massive. When I seen all of the lines and that, I thought, München again. Here we go. Let's see how much the frame rate handles this. Yeah, it wasn't pretty last time. Richard Osberg, when it first released, was terrible for frame rate. Not so much when it got out into the high speed section and everything, but it was more like Munich itself. It's just it was terrible. It's still a little bit here and there, but it's definitely 99% way better than what it was at release. So yeah, there was a stream covering the roadmap. They basically just started answering questions by the community, which was good. It was more focused on that actually. And yeah, they did mention about the master classes for PC Editor, and yeah, I was wondering what was going on there because they did promise master classes, and it sort of went on to hold there very quickly. So I was like, well, what's going on there? So yeah, we've finally been given an answer on that one. I had a feeling there was a few issues going on with PC Editor because I know for a fact that it can't officially still bake the content, so that's one of the reasons why we're not seeing anybody release any of their content. Obviously, we don't want anybody to be releasing their content very quickly anyway. We want everybody to be that's doing routes and stuff for through the PC Editor to really focus and take their time with it, not like Dovetail and rush it out, So, yeah. But I've been watching YouTube videos of people's stuff, especially that high-speed 300-kilometer run, man. I am so looking forward to that one. And the Hamburg to Hangover, which I've been begging for Train Sim World, that project's looking absolutely great. And yeah, good luck to that one because if that pulls off, that will actually become the biggest route in Train Sim World. So I know that's more than the current German high-speed route that holds the record for the amount of most kilometer trip. So I think Hamburg to Hangovers. I think it's close to 200 kilometers in length. It's pretty big. The problem the Northeast Corridor near your Trenton's had, and look, I'll be honest with you guys, it's always had a problem pretty much since its release. I think the memory bay was pretty shot on that, and this is one of the things where I look at certain routes that get released. It's like some routes have been released in the wrong time frame, and I think London Commuter was one of them, and that I think that was released at in a wrong time frame. It would have been nicer to have seen that in the TSW3 era, mainly because of the environmental fog, like the cloud system, the wet, like the dynamic weather would have been a feature on it now, and we would have had dynamic fog looking better, and yeah, I just really think it was released just a little bit too early. Another year would have been great. A TSW3 launch would have been more sufficient. Instead of having the extension for southeastern high speed, they could have had Brighton Mainline as one of the features. Anyway, it was released, and it was still no, like I got no complaints about it, but it's just there was so many issues going on with it for so long, and it was like, you look at it now and you think, well, maybe it should have been held off a little bit more, and released around the Train Sim 3 era would have been more sufficient, obviously. They could have dialed back on the timetable and fixed a few things, but anyway. Sometimes it is what it is. Was confirmed that there is going to be freight traffic on the Goblin line, which is great news. And it is confirmed that the Volume 2 of the cargo pack from Skyhawk Games with the VTGs going to be on the route as well, which is great news, because I was sort of wondering if that was going to be a part of it, and it is. So it sounds like the pack could be releasing maybe just... Sounds like the pack could be releasing maybe just a little bit before or after Goblin. Well, we've got the Class 700 modded timetable for Brighton Mainline for PC only. So that's a massive bonus, because we have the 12-car variant of the Class 700. Obviously, it's the 8-car variant of Train Sim World, but it's obviously been modded to have 12 cars. So it's basically it's had its formation designer happen before even formation designer was a thing. Okay, we have a red light up here, wondering what's going down. Okay, we have a train up in front here. You can be removed. Bye-bye. That's one way to get rid of one. Hello, remove the train. That was me. Whoops. Get rid of myself. think there might have been an issue go on here, actually. I might have to get out of here and just reset it all up. Okay, that's what I'll do. Okay. Hello, Earth. Okay, there we go. All right. Spawning the train. 142, 146, isn't it? Yeah, they are. Sorry, folks, I had no sound going. There we go. We've got sound now. I'll look at the comments area when I possibly can, folks. I'm just concentrating on the game at the moment. Wondering why there's a red light. What's going on? Why does it keep doing that? What the hell's it going backwards for? Might have to reset this one. I think I might have an issue. Okay, I think there might be an issue with this one. Give it one more try. Yeah, we had a bit of a thunderstorm come through this afternoon. It actually hit my area this time around. You know what? I might just go to this side.
RFB, RFB, RFB.
Nope. Okay, proceed. All right, we've got the green light. You know me, folks, I'll work it out. I don't give in until I get it right. This is all new to me, like formation designer and free roam and all this stuff. It's, you know, I've never done it until recently. Now I know why I couldn't get a train going. It's a damn train in front. Would be nice to put on the proper lights. I'm not worried about the PSI anyway. The PSI doesn't work on this train. It hasn't been fixed up. It's all but never going to happen. You know what might end up happening with the freight traffic though for Northeast Corridor, New York, Trenton? It'll probably end up being one of those things where it's, you know, train symbols they're getting old, and you know it'll probably end up, you know, going in depth with the core and everything at its final leg, and start fixing up things and bringing things in that they promised that they didn't end up doing 10 years later. When we're all like, in a non-reality sort of situation.
Sifa, Sifa. Sifa, Sifa.
I did mention it last night, actually, but I'll mention it again tonight. Big congratulations to the first 100 subs there for Richie Rail, and he's done his first stream on. This is your current channel. I did hear you say something about you having a YT channel in the past, but.
Sifa, Sifa.
Yeah, I was thinking Goblin Line would have been next. You know, I was for the obvious. You know, we had Maintail Barn release late last year. And I have to say that it's been slow going with releases for Train Sim World, though. I don't know. It's just it seems that this era is releasing less content than what it already did on Train Sim World 3. I'm pretty sure that Train Sim World 3 had about 7 DLCs already out at this time last year. Yep. Don't forget, folks, on February 27, we will be celebrating 6 years as a YouTube channel.
Sifa, Sifa.
It's been a very crazy 6 years, I know that. We did shut the YouTube channel down for a little bit last year, though. There was a what I call a dark period for the for us. I'm just wondering why there's so many red signals along here. Is it just this is not triggering what we like to do? Actually, I'm on the wrong side of the tracks anyway. I meant to be on the other side of the tracks, but anyway. I hope it's not a case of issues with red lights and formation design. Well, this is one of the reasons why formation design is in beta. Yeah, thanks, man. It started off as a joke, actually. This YouTube channel, it was just a
Sifa.
bet
Sifa.
between mates. You know, it wasn't named what it is now. The YouTube channel. I gave it a name change, but it's had a couple name changes. But, yeah, I used to go under the name of GFYS PS4 Gaming Australia. That's when we first started. We were that. And then,
Sifa. Sifa.
yeah, 1,050 subs. Yeah, 1,000. I got 1,000 subs within. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was around 2 years as well. And then I went through all the razzle dazzle to get the monetizing and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, it's not coming up with any signal issues, so I don't know what's going on here. Actually, you know what? It hasn't given me the damn path. Well, it's not coming up with a path. Yeah, there's no path. Remove path. Set a path. Yeah, it's denied me. It's definitely denying me. But why is it denying me? That's what I want to know. Yeah, this is definitely playing up, folks. I'm going to get away from this one. Unfortunately, our formation designer has failed tonight. But anyway, nice little short trip to start it off. Yeah, GFYS. GFYS, not G. Not GFY. GS. It was GFYS PS4 Gaming at first. We were only a PlayStation channel at first, and it was only a joke between mates because we had a clan called GFYS on Call of Duty World War II, the original World War II Call of Duty game, where it had war mode. It was a joke. Yeah, it was a joke between mates. But yeah, I ended up taking it seriously. I mainly streamed PlayStation back those days, and in 2019 I started streaming Train Sim World 4 after mucking around with it for Train Sim World 4, Train Sim World 2020, what it was known as back then. I was just mucking around with it, before that, and then I started doing videos and that, and I started getting a fair few views from it, and I thought this might be all right to continue to do for the channel. And I've always been a train fan, and I was always into Train Sim World. I sort of lost interest there a little bit because it started getting a bit boring. But then as soon as East Coast Way got released, that was it, hands down. That I just absolutely fell in love with the game again, and I haven't looked back since. So it's been a great ride, and I absolutely love doing this game. And I don't do it just to gain subs or views or anything like that. It's my passion. I love, I do real life trains and trucks in real life. So I mainly do American Truck and Train Sim World on the channel, but I obviously do Train Sim Classic and Euro Truck from time to time, and other simulators as well. Taxi Life I'm definitely doing when that releases. It's looking so good. So yeah, and obviously the big one, GTA 6 in next year. If it doesn't get delayed. But yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Anyway, let's go to the trains, and we're going to take a trip on to the Brighton Main Line, and that's what we are doing now with Class 700 timetable. As you can see, Class 700 timetable, and we are taking the the flu. Yeah. All right. Let's go. What we got? It's a little short service. 35. Actually, cleared. Nice. Done. Here we go. All right. Here we enjoy this one. This is going to be lots of fun. There is the latest screenshot contest winner on the photo there. Once again, it is Pipe. God, how many times has this guy, or Pip, how many times has this guy won the contest over the last year? Seriously, he's won it more than me. I think it's about 5-6 times. I swear, sometimes you really, like him and this black and red dude, I think it is, they win the contest, either Train Sim or Train Sim Classic, more than anybody. I'm starting to think they work for Dovetail. Because seriously, how can they continue to win the contest so many damn times? Like, I would love to see it spread out. You know, give new people a go. You know, instead of the same old people. You know, like, it starts to become repetitive. Anyway, 9J18, Gatwick Airport, Peterborough, 812. Enjoy. 12 car variant, class 700. Obviously, it says 8 car on there. Obviously, it's the Train Sim World variant. There's no official 12 car variant, but you get the drift. Let's give that a test.
TBWS and AWS operational.
You know how I did the announcement thing the other night as well on the East Coastway, folks? There is now a ScotRail one that's been released. So there you go, some good news here. By the way, folks, we have a community screenshot contest on tonight on our live stream. Community screenshot contest. Community screenshot contest. What am I talking about? I am involved in this community screenshot contest this week at Dovetail Forums, by the way, for Train Sim Classic with the Undergrounds and Subways theme for this week. Now, it's been more than 1 year since I won the first contest, so do note, like week 6, 2023, I won the contest for the first time. So it's been more than a year now. We have a poll vote going on for the midweek Water Trains community vote.
The DRA. Please check the signal.
That's what we have. Oh yeah, it was good. Yeah, well you done an awesome route. So I think my first stream for Train Sim World 4 was actually the East Coast Main Line. I'm not sure. It wasn't S-Bahn Vorarlberg. I can't remember. Because I was so pumped for S-Bahn Vorarlberg over East Coastway for some reason. I just, after playing it on Train Sim Classic... See, I played the Train Sim Classic version a few weeks before the Train Sim World version got released. And I ended up getting the loco that was on it through RSSLO. So yeah, it was... After playing it on Train Sim Classic, I was so pumped to see the Train Sim World version. I think the classic version is actually bigger, if I remember rightly. I'm pretty sure it goes into Switzerland. Tons of Class 700 traffic on this modded timetable, folks. And 377s, everything's on here. Everything. It's really good. When you go way further up the line past East Croydon and all that, obviously Class 700 traffic doesn't go that far because it obviously goes off towards other ways. Okay, that's actually one of the routes on the midweek World of Trains community vote for next week. Cola thing over there.
Opera GS.
Right, so we have a contest today for Long Island Railroad, Northern Trans Pennine, Rapid Transit and Cathcart Circle Line are your votes, folks. I've had that whole vote going for since this morning, actually, our time. So, yeah, do note sometimes our poll votes do get posted before the stream. So you can come in at any time and you can cast your vote. I'm actually going to change up viewer's choice in a few weeks' time. Actually, I'm going to actually do a official live stream community choice, viewer's choice. So you know, you guys on the live chat will be doing live poll votes throughout the stream, and we'll go off the poll votes throughout the stream. So as soon as we finish a trip, we'll, you know, obviously go in and see what's the most percentage, and we'll go from there. So a live official on the spot, viewer's choice. Might actually save that for one of our midweek World of Trains. I think we did do one of those like that. Here, was it last year or the year before? I know I have done one like that in the past where we've been on one of our midweek World of Trains on Tuesdays. I'm pretty sure it was midweek World of Trains where we had live viewers. We had viewers' choice was the thing, and that's where the viewers' choice name comes from, obviously. And yeah, it's. I think it's definitely overdue. We definitely need to do something before we get the German release, which I don't know. I've got a sneaky suspicion it might be actually releasing on the 28th of this month. Sorry, not the 28th, the 27th. Oh, it will be the 28th for us here in Australia, but see what happens is when they release the Tuesday DLCs, it's around about 4, 5, 6 a.m. here in Australia when it releases, and it's Wednesday when they release the DLCs. So when they used to release the DLCs on the Thursday, it was Friday for us. Yeah, Cathcart's been not a bad route actually for myself. I've never dissed it or anything. I've always enjoyed my time on there. Yeah, it's very nice. I do like it. I'm looking forward to 5 Circle when that was announced. Actually, I didn't put that on the thing, the poll vote last night. No. By the way, the poll vote last night. You guys want the Goblin line. There was no love for the German route, and the funny thing is. Because you guys didn't vote for it, hey, what happened a few hours later on the roadmap stream? Oh, they announced that it's going to be the next route. Well, you got stoned on the station, didn't you? Oh, well. I can understand why you guys get frustrated about German releases, because it's always copy paste. You know, they're going to layer everything into it. So, well, Southeastern High Speed apparently has 50 layers, according to, or something like that, 55, I think Matt said. I know he said so many layers, and I'm thinking, what? I didn't think it was that many. I knew it was plenty, but I didn't think it was that many. Yeah, this and Brighton Mainline have got, well, obviously with this modern timetable, it's, yeah, even got way more. Right. Obviously, if we were at Chatham Station in real life, obviously you would have the traffic going down Wimbledon and all that. Yeah, we'll have way more Waterloo line. It actually. There was one thing that I was thinking. Now we've got Overground, London Overground coming into the game. I was wondering if there would be a possibility. Actually, I'm going to try to see if we can get in contact with the guy that does do this modded timetable, and see if he can actually lay it in Clapham Junction. Now we're getting the overground train. If he can actually put that onto that section of the route, because the North London line, yeah, obviously goes to Clapham Junction. So it's yeah. I wonder if he can layer that into that station. If not, if Dovetail can do it, that would be better. So just, yeah, obviously, ApeJam might not be able to have it, but. It's a 717, isn't it? The overground train. I thought the Class 700 did layer onto that route, but it doesn't actually. I was thinking it did. I did see a photo there with the Class 700, but I think it might have been a replacement for something. I don't know. I know it's heavily trafficked with freight though, so it was officially confirmed that the FKAs, the containers are going to be on the freight, which is great. So that's good news there in regards to my modded freight stuff. So it'll look nice. That's if the modded freight stuff does work on there. It might not actually. Who knows? The guy that does it might update it. I can't remember who does it actually. Is it Robbins? Anyway, I know it's someone pretty cool who does it. Ellswood next. Every time I come to the station, it reminds me of that stupid pipsqueak wrestler that used to be in WWE. Yeah, the Class 700 logos have been added on here as well as part of the mod. One of the mods. It's a scenery mod, so it goes off the mystery area. So you go into the mystery area and you just turn it on through there. And actually, that got updated over the last 24 hours. That particular one. I meant to give you guys the patch notes for that. I know there was a couple of things that were changed. Let me see if I can bring that up actually and give you guys the update on that. If you guys are interested in it on PC, or if you do use it on PC, at the trainsimcommunity.com, there has been a update to the Brighton Mainline scenery mod. So yeah, London Brighton revamp foliage fencing has been updated. The new New Jersey Transit Enhancement Pack is now out for Train Sim World 4 as well, folks. That I was using that pack on Train Sim World 3 actually. It was pretty cool. So yeah, it's got better brakes on the train and everything. So yeah, it's back. So that's good. Best Scott, ladies and gentlemen, has updated the London Brighton revamp foliage fencing and other bits and pieces. So that got updated 22 hours ago. No, it's not the other one. I do apologise. I was thinking it was the other one, but it's not. Actually, it might be. Let me just go to the other area. No, it's not. It is that. Yeah. Yeah, so ScotRail Express, actually, it's the Glasgow-Edinburgh route that's got the announcements. Why? Why have we got announcements for that? We already got announcements for the train, so why do we need to have a pack for that? That I do not know. Unless it's for the cav car circle, like you can take the train and put it on the cav car. I don't know. That might be the reason. Coming into Red Hill. Change here at Red Hill for connecting services. You know, the funny thing is, Kevcar Circle Line was actually voted as the best route in the first 12 months of Train Sim World 2 from us. So yeah, there you go. We had a top 5 countdown for the first year of Train Sim World 2. And yeah, Kevcar was voted, was it voted number 1? I think it was voted number 1. I can't remember. God, it's that long ago. I know it was definitely in our top 5. But yeah, it didn't end up in our top 5 at the end of Train Sim World 2 though. It got pushed out massively. Best route voted in for Train Sim World 2. Well, it was the Brighton Main Line. It's this route. Lincoln Run Strucker was voted as number 1 for Train Sim World 3, and the Hemstrucker Ranru was voted number 1 for Train Sim World 1 by 1 vote over East Coast Way. Yeah, well, I haven't even got the damn
Please
words on.
note that services are subject to delay because of the failure of line-side equipment near Norwood Junction. Every effort is being made to restore services to normal as quickly as possible. Please listen for further announcements.
I remember how that used to get cut off. I swear, I don't think that gets cut off anymore. I think they might have given it a fix. I don't remember it being cut off anymore, the announcements. Anyway. The last few times I've noticed it, hasn't cut out. So cool though to hear that. See, that's the type of thing I want to actually hear. That reminds me, folks, Matt and Alex finally, Matt more so, started talking about a feature that I've been begging for Train Sim World, and that is announcements at train stations and on the trains. Now, this was a feature that they were hoping to put on for the release of the Goblin line, but unfortunately they haven't done it. So I put my little bob on there, and I said, well, it looks like this will be a feature on the launch of the next year of Train Sim World, which even if they stay with 4 and call it something fancy, maybe Rush Hour 2 or whatever, or I don't really give a crap, just call it Train Sim World, you know. All right, folks, I'm just going to take a little pause for a minute. I need to go and use the restroom. I'll be back in a second. I apologize. So don't go anywhere. We'll have more of our Valentine's Day 2024 special of Midweek World of Trains. Apologies for that. You know what? It's my own fault. It is Valentine's Day, and unfortunately I didn't have a Valentine this year. I'm a single man. I'm a single father, I should say, of two, and both different mothers. And it's my own fault because I was seeing a girl, but unfortunately I'm not now. But I polished off a whole block of Cadbury chocolate today. So I paid the price for it now. And I had a big meal tonight as well. I had some Chinese. I had special fried rice and sweet and sour pork and garlic king prawns and spring rolls. I had the works. So. And they had the block of chocolate earlier, so now I'm paying for it. So I'm getting interrupted throughout the live stream here tonight. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I delayed earlier tonight. But the main reason is because I was having a lot of dropped frames at the start. So when I started the stream, it started dropping frames like crazy. So I had to stop it and find out what was going on. 9 times out of 10, I have to reset the internet, and that takes 5 minutes usually, but anyway, I didn't have to do that this time. So I just lowered the settings, that's all I did. I tested it anyway. I thought it might have been because I'm about $40 Aussie dollars in arrears of the internet at the moment, but no, it's got nothing to do with it. $40 in arrears because I had my best mate's wedding recently, and a few other things I had to take care of. That reminds me, I got to take care of a couple things. G'day Samuel, how you going? This is Brighton Mainline. This is Brighton Mainline London commuter, and we are doing the Brighton Mainline Class 700 modded timetable, which is exclusive to PC only. This modded timetable was meant to be receiving an update here in February, but we still haven't received an update. We haven't even gotten any more information regarding an update, so I don't know what's going on. We'll be patient. The modder will be ready when the modder's ready. And this one, I'll wait for the 50 extra services that are going to be added. Well, we've already got enough services on here, but I've done a fair bit on the 700 timetable already. I think this is like my 15th service or something like that. I've done a ton of them, and it's pretty big. You got services up to an hour long. So, hey, where you go? Oh, make me put my windscreens on there. I thought she was coming straight for me, then. I thought, do not commit suicide on me on Valentines. Don't worry, I've had a couple of them come onto the side before, and then you can just, I think it was a freight service I did recently that actually had that. It was quite funny. Yeah, the 700 series is 707s, 710s, whatever. Just the 700s in general. Very nice. This is one of the things I like about the 717 coming out. It's very modern. It's unique. I like it. It's very colourful. This is It's Your 165 sound modded. It also has the orange PSIs. There is tons of enhancement mods that I'm using throughout Brighton Mainline. And God knows what's happening with that guy back then. Oh, he's alright. He's moving again. He was getting stuck there. He must have got his wheels stuck in the concrete there somewhere. Or it might have been a big giant. It might have been a little ant trying to grab his suitcase. Oh, you got food in there or what? Yeah, that's where I seen it. It was right there. What do you mean you seen it right there? Yeah, I seen it right there. But that's just a normal plant. That's not what you think it is. Oh, I thought it was. Oh. You know me, folks. I like to have a little bit of, role play with things. I like to make things, interesting. Have some fun along the way. I think that's more of a question for the modder. There we go. I was wondering where those lights were. I had the marker lights on, they weren't showing. Look at the difference between the night and day though. Nuclear power plant. Just fine. Nuclear power plant. No. Train sim 1. On 2 as well, don't worry, yes, 2 had that as well. I played this train on both AC and DC mode actually on here. Actually, I think this might be in this is DC. I've played this on overhead, and it sounds so nice on overhead. I don't know. I actually prefer this train on overhead. It sounds beautiful. This is a 12-car variant as well, folks. Did I put the 12-car variant on today? No. I know it says 8 there, but I know that, being a modded timetable, and it does have the 12-car. Yeah, you like it because it looks different. Yeah. On Train Sim Classic was the first time I played this. I actually got it at the launch, or just after launch. There was a lot of controversy of the Dovetail release of this Class 700. Obviously, they completely shot the sound on it. And then there was another modder before Armstrong Powerhouse's version, actually, that did bring out a sound mod. I'm not sure if it was Itzio that did it, but I know there was a sound modder that did do a sound fix for it, and it was way better. And then Armstrong Powerhouse's version got released later on, and yeah, it was never looked back since. This is a combine of Dovetail and Armstrong Powerhouse sounds in without this sound mod, but with this sound mod, it's absolutely fantastic. It's got a combine of Armstrong Powerhouse sounds still in it, and then it's your 165 sound mods, and it's absolutely fantastic. I was very controversial about this actually at first. Unfortunately, I did sort of blast Itzio 165 at this sound mod at release because I thought it was way too loud. And I was thinking, why is it so damn loud? This is shocking. I hated it at first. And then I started watching real life videos and stuff. And then I realized, no, this is what it actually sounds like in reality. And when I was hearing the differences of it, I thought, wow, this is dead spot on. That's one thing I've sort of started listening to more so with the trains here in Sydney is the sounds of a lot of our modern fleet, and they sound so absolutely fantastic. But the most best sounding train I love is the 50. I think it's about 55 years old now actually, and it is getting replaced. It is going to be retired soon, and that's the I think it's a K class, the inner city train that we have, and it's a gem, and the seating in it is beautiful. It's so soft, and it's purple inside. It's beautiful, but it's when you get to the area where with our inner city trains, they don't automatically open the doors. You have to open them yourself. It's so cool. And then you got to close them yourself. It's so mad. It's awesome. It's old school. It's the oldest train on the rails here, and it's a gem, absolute gem. It's 2 levels as well. And the only thing with the inner cities, you can't talk on them. They're quiet trains. Even if you play your music on your headphones real loud, somebody will say, turn it down. That's how quiet it is. But yeah, I've got some sound recordings of it. I do have some sound recordings on my shorts area of that particular train. If you want to go and check it out, I actually got a recording of one recently with a broken window. So yeah, it's but in the area where the doors open and everything, that's where you get most of the sounds from, and the air sound and like all the real loud sounds of it. And it sounds great. It's very bouncy, and I love it. EC's next. Yep, East Croydon. Yeah, speaking of Croydon, I wonder if they've started that Westfields over at Croydon yet. I know it's been in the development works for so damn long now. Westfield is originally from here in Australia. I'm sort of in between where I live, in between Westfield shopping centres actually. We don't have one in my local area. Alright, East Croydon coming up very soon. Hi Richie, I forgot to ask you, I've seen your little train model that you put up on your shorts area. That was pretty cool, man. What sort of train was that actually? I was meant to ask you that. Was it? I'm sort of I was thinking of getting a model train set organised actually. I'm more so into Lego. I'm one of those crazy freaks that likes to build a massive city with Lego, and I custom build modulars. Yeah, I had a nice little, at my old house I had a concourse in development with a couple levels of a shopping centre, and then I was going to build a big skyscraper on top of it. And then the project sort of went on hold, mainly because I couldn't find the bricks and stuff, but yeah, it's just a massive project. Yeah, I was in the middle of it, and then unfortunately we had to, we got the notice, 90-day notice to vacate the premises, and massively just put everything on hold. And because I pay rent and stuff now, I never used to pay rent at the old place because I lived with my dad, and I never paid rent at the old place because the rent was cheap enough. But yeah, now it's different, so it's. Yeah, I've got a whole heap of Legos still in my boxes. I really need to. Yeah, we do. We have. It's here in my home city. I still haven't been to it. I still not have been to that. You know what? That might be a good idea to do this weekend. Actually, we got bad weather this weekend. I might not do it this weekend. That might not be a bad idea to do soon though, because my daughter is into Lego as well. She's into Lego Friends and the dots and that, where I'm into the custom modulars. I like modulars and city stuff. But yeah, I mainly like to custom build my stuff. So I've got I've got all the right tools and everything. I do stickers and I do laminated stuff, and I stick them onto the buildings and stuff. So I put real company names and stuff on the sides of buildings and whatnot. The shopping centre I was actually in the middle of building. Actually, it was at Westfield. So, yeah. And you know, the funny thing is, when I started doing it as well, I actually had plans to build a construction area so it looked like it was going to be getting like it was getting built and stuff. Yeah, it all went pear shaped. In the German, the inner city express, yes, there is, yeah. I think that's all I think that's pretty much all of it. Obviously, you can talk, but obviously keep it real low. But yeah, it could depend on the class as well, like the class of the coach. Okay, we haven't got 20-something frames per second like normal. Sometimes we're here and it can drop the frames to 29 or around that, but it's not too bad today. I shall use the force. Okay, there we go. 35 minutes 02 in the end, and a platinum medal. That's a good thing about the modded timetable, it has platinum. Alright. You're on Midweek World of Trains. This is the 161st edition and the Valentine's Day 2024 special. Alright. Apparently tomorrow is actually Singles Day. I was reading that earlier today, actually, because my daughter was saying yesterday was Pancake Day and National Pancake Day or something. And I'm like, okay. My daughter loves pancakes. So, yeah, she's like, oh, Daddy, it's National Pancake Day today. I'll go, is that why you're having pancakes? She's like, yeah, and I'm having them again today, she said. She said it today, I'll have pancakes again. I said, is it Pancake Day today? She said, no. She was telling me it was the start of Easter today, and I'm like, I don't think it is. I don't know, I don't really care. They just, like, it's like Christmas, and then all of a sudden, a day later or whatever, it's hot cross buns are already out on the shelf. She's like, when I was a kid, yeah, we had this come really quickly, but it wasn't the day after or 2 days after Christmas. So, yeah, not even the shops used to be open on New Year's Day or anything, but now they are. So, yeah, it's crazy. All right, I said to you guys, I'll head to the Boston Sprinter tonight, and that's where we're doing. All right, so we are going to the Boston Sprinter. Then we're going to take a nice little trip up the line. You know what? I'm going to take the MBTA CTC. I love this cab. It's absolutely fantastic. So let's do a trip on here. 20-minute one, 8:49. Actually, is it? Where's that from? Reeville? Yep, that's the one. That's the one. Bit of white cloud, of course. Enjoy. Don't forget, folks, you are voting for the Midweek World of Trains community vote. That poll vote is up there. 4 routes to choose from. One winner for next Wednesday's 162nd edition of Midweek World of Trains. Now, because the following week might be a DLC launch special for Midweek World of Trains episode 163, we might not do a Midweek World of Trains one next week, but if we get confirmation that there is a launch the following week, obviously, if there's no confirmation that there is a launch the following week, then we will do a Midweek World of Trains community vote for the 163rd edition. But I've got a sneaky suspicion that the German route is releasing on the 27th. But anyway, if it's not the 27th, then the only other date I can really pinpoint is either the 5th or the 12th of March. And that means that if we don't get a release here this month, that means we haven't got a DLC in February. And yeah, I got to go back to what happened last year, actually. Was there a launch at the end of February? I think there might have been. So yeah, that's why I'm sort of thinking that it might be around the 27th, which will be the 28th here in Australia. Whoop. What's going on? Hey. What side is it? This side, is it? You know me, folks, I don't like to use the ATC an access system, so we're not doing that. We don't need banking comms. That's just a standard thing on in. That's the sand. Okay, pressure's coming in. Brake pipe coming down. Pressure coming in. Brake pipe going down. Let's get it up to 4. I absolutely love this end of the cab. It just reminds me of a train here in Sydney. Just the way that this sounds and everything on the tracks is just, yeah, definitely all over. It reminds me of the old Red Rattler, this thing, for some reason. I don't know, it just reminds me so much of it. And that was my baby. That was my all-time favourite train. The Red Rattler here in Sydney back in the days, folks, was known as the sweat bucket. It had no air conditioning. It had windows, though, where you could pop your head out the window and play dodge. They had no doors, so you could actually get off the train. When the train is slowing down into the platform, you could just jump off. Which I used to do many times. Oh, it was fun. And they used to have the best seats in the house. They were like a trampoline. And you could swip them backs and forwards as well. Like if you're going this way, where we are now, you could flip the seats going this way so you can look forward. If you want to go backwards on the train, you can flip it the other way. You know, like it's really, really awesome seats. And they were so comfy. They weren't hard as a rock. Yeah, they were beautiful. The ones where you could sleep on. Oh, don't worry, there was many people sleeping on them when I back in the day. Ruggles the next stop. followed by Boston Back Bay and Boston South. This is drive with the door open. That's very, why not? Hey, emergency. Radio mode. Attention passengers, you are all losers. Attention customers, just to let you guys know that I'm the only Aussie in Australia that doesn't give a rat's about Taylor Swift. Thank you. Oh, see, I did say to you guys that Patrick Mahomes is going to be the next GOAT, and yeah, he's on his way on doing that. Don't worry, man. He is an absolute gem. He reminds me of Tom Brady so much. I reckon he's going to surpass him. I just got a feeling. He's got so much footy ahead of him. So next time we're on an ICE, Chris, that means that we have to be quiet on our trip. Because now you've said it's a shush cab, so we have to be very quiet next time around. Nah, you're right, Richie. All good, all good. You do what you have to do, buddy. Well, while you're gone, you would have missed us heading on the Brighton Main Line. So we did a trip on the Brighton Main Line, the Plus 700 timetable. I had to stop for a pit stop along the way though, so we had a little pause in proceedings. Taking a nice little short trip along the the Northeast Corridor Boston section.
Attention passengers, this station is Ruggles Truck Free. Coming up to Truck Free. The doors will be opening up on the right side. All doors will be opening up on the right side.
Long Island, you know what, I know there was a lot of speculation about a remastered Long Island Railroad. Look, I still wouldn't rule it out for future. It's definitely a demand by the community. So if it's going to be a demand by the community, just continue to spread your voices on the forum, and we should be, yeah. I should have gotten this instead of New York Trenton. Yeah, I'm disappointed about New York Trenton, to be honest. I really, it's always been one of those where, you know, we knew we were getting part of the route that was already in the back, like some of it was in the original Northeast Corridor, but I was so smitten when they turned around and said, oh, they haven't updated anything in regards to the part that was already in, and I'm thinking, well, why? Why? Wouldn't you have thought that everybody would backlash on that? Like, everyone backlashed already with the simple fact that you didn't add all the layers and stuff, where, you know, you've released, you know, always releasing German content with layers like crazy, and all this, and it's, you know, what do you think the US people are gonna say? Look, what is really peeing me off, and I have to agree with a lot of the US rail fans out there, is the lack of freight releases. Like, they're already asking what are going to be the freight layers on what's going to be the freight layers on the new part of the San Bernardino line. Is the San Bernardino line stuff going to be also added to Cajon Pass? So if you're on Cajon Pass, you'll see it on Cajon Pass. If you're on San Bernardino, you'll see obviously you're going to see the Cajon Pass content, because obviously, you know, being more modern and everything, they'll obviously lay it all on there. If they don't, then everybody will be crying wolf. So I think Dovetail's learned their lesson from that anyway. They'll do it. So it's I haven't really had the chance to look at the Formula One stuff for this year. When I say I follow Formula One, like, I mainly just follow it through the season. Like, when it's actually on, I don't follow it like a massive religion. By the way, folks, go for Staffen. I'm Red Bull all over. I just hope that there's a better contest this year. Actually, I just don't want to see what it. Last year was like Red Bull domination, mainly for Staffen, but I just want to see more of a challenge from the likes of Ferrari, and I want to see George Russell succeed for some reason. I've always picked George Russell to be a future world champ. He's just got the potential. But for some damn bloody reason, I would love to see Alonso do what he did at the first part of the season and continue it throughout the year and give it a damn good shot. There was actually talk about Alonso actually being Hamilton's replacement for Mercedes. Actually, I was quite interested in that. I thought, oh no, he's a bit getting on now. I thought, nah, they might. I don't think they'll go that way. I think they'll lean more so for Russell to be the leading driver and bring in someone young. Is that the video game, is it, or? I'll have a look at it after the stream, actually. See what's going on. I never known there to be a bell that makes a piercing sound like that, but anyway. Sounds like a compressor when you pull the plug off the compressor. When the I used to use an air compressor on a few of the jobs I used to do in the back in the days when I used to work mainly in factories, but I think that's where all my experience is from. But yes, I heard you think the Patriots will go next year. Ah, crap. You think crap. 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 Okay, we have a red signal still in front, so we're just going to wait till we get some clearance on that. Oh, we have banking up trains. I wonder why. Two of them, actually. Oh, what's going on now? Hey. Okay. She's pretty busy. And they reckon we're supposed to be there in 3 minutes. Good luck. Ah, yeah, Mercedes. It's a Mercedes F1 W15. Yep. Oh, there it is. It's the yeah, black scheme again. Oh, it's got the grey in the gut. It's still got the Tommy shirts. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tommy shirts. They're really nice. I got a couple, a fair few of them. I don't know, for some reason I still don't think that Lewis Hamilton is going to have a real good shot for the title until he gets to Ferrari. I don't know, I think it's going to really suit him. I used to be a big fan of Ferrari when I was when I was younger, and yeah, I fell in love with Formula One because of Michael Schumacher. That's how I fell in love with Formula One. I just thought he was the GOAT. He was just he was invisible, absolute master. Yeah, it looks nice. It's got it down the gut, and it's got the green aqua going down on the sides of it. Yeah, it looks really nice. I seen Haas's one here a few weeks ago. Pretty much the same again. It's got, you know, big giant Haas logo on the side. Got so many sponsors on their shirts, it's absolutely crazy. Oh, holy crap, it's got the Mercedes logo like running all through the back of the gut of it. Oh, that looks, I didn't notice that. That was crazy. That's really cool. Well, as they say, it might look good, but does it drive good? And that goes with every team in the F1. And, you know, might look nice, but does it drive nice? I couldn't do that, seriously. The amount of G-force that goes through their bodies, damn. We can on Formula 1 2024, the video game. You know what, I'll be honest with you guys, like I get the game every damn year, but I'll be honest, it's not really changed for so damn long now, and I probably play it for 5 seconds and then I don't play it again. So I used to be like that with MLB The Show 24 as been announced as well. I used to be like that with MLB The Show. I get it every year. We basically copy and paste. Nothing was really changed. It was just, you know, players' rankings, whatever. And it hasn't really changed ever since. But the main reason I don't play that anymore is because it's not on PC. But I'm not really into those types of games anymore as well. If there was something outside the simulation that I am looking forward to, well, obviously, I've explained to you guys I'm a massive Crazy Taxi fan. And I'm so looking forward to the remastered version of the original Crazy Taxi. I was absolutely jumping up and down for joy when I seen it was announced. Because I've been begging for a new Crazy Taxi for so damn long. I'm looking forward to the Shinobi though. Oh, when I seen Shinobi, I thought, oh man, that's my childhood. I played Shinobi on the Master System. That's how old it is. God, that was my second console. My first console was an Atari 2600. My brothers had a Commodore 64. I was lucky enough when I was a kid, this is why I got into simulation, I had a very expensive Apple Macintosh computer, which was back those days $3,000. So I had a very expensive color screen Macintosh, and that's how I played SimCity. I at my mate's place. That's how I got into simulation. But I had SimCity 2000 on my own computer, as well as when I went to school as well, because I used to go to a SSP school because I had behavioural problems as a kid. So that all stems to me having the meningitis when I was 6 months old. But like I explained to you guys, I was pronounced dead and they brought me back to life. But anyway, it was, by the way, I haven't put the bell on, I apologise. That's how I fell in love with simulation. It was mainly with SimCity 2000. That's what got me real going. So my simulation roots come from city building. City Skylines yet too. Yes, I do have it. I'm just waiting for it to just evolve and get all those mods up and going. I know there's a few of them going on, but I mean mods. I want all the real buildings and all this razzle dazzle like the original, and obviously move it and no problems and all that stuff like we did have. Alright, there we go with that one. I used to battle a few of my mates actually. Me and one of my mates, Jaden, we love Singapore. We absolutely love Singapore track. Oh, the Singapore track is our favourite race. But I'm also a massive fan of Monte Carlo. I love Monte Carlo. It's really cool. And I'm also a big fan of the. I don't mind the Australian track, but the Aussie track. But I don't know. It's just something about it. I would prefer it to be more of a night twilight sort of race. That's just me. I love the night races. I'm a big fan of the night races, and I'm a big fan of street races. So, but I do not like the Las Vegas track. I just do not like it. It's too fast, and it's just, I don't know, something about it. I don't like it. The same with Miami. I don't like Miami either. I love Austin. That's a really good track. I reckon that's really cool, but I just do not like the other two US tracks. They're just shocking. Silverstone is very cool as well because it's just massive. I think that and Spa are the longest tracks, if I remember rightly. But I'm a big fan of Spa. I absolutely love Spa. That track is amazing to drive on the game, and I just love that race. When they go down the hill and they come up the corner there. I remember the race that had that. Was it George Russell that slammed into the wall there one time? I know someone smashed into the wall going down, and then they went around the bend, and then they lost it on the corner and it slammed it. But I know there's been a few incidents on that corner though, and I can imagine why. Because going down that hill and you're flying up that hill, it's just imagine doing that in real life. They'll just absolutely. I would shake my pants. I do not like speed. That's just me. But when I'm on a train, it's different. But when it comes to cars and stuff, not a fan. All right, there we go with our Boston Sprinter trip. We have still got plenty of time for more stuff here on our Valentine's Day special, so don't go anywhere. I do have a uploaded video of Train Sim World 4 coming up later on today, and it is our creator. It is a formation designer trip on the timetable, free roam, and it worked. And like I explained to you guys yesterday on the stream, I did have that one organised, and I did do it in 2 parts, but I've put it into one giant video. The main reason I did it in 2 parts is because I had to stop it because of yesterday's thunderstorm. And I had about 20-minute interruption today because the storm actually did come over the top this time. But it was on the edge yesterday actually. But yeah, it was still, I had to turn off everything because it turned out that storm that was on the edge of me was actually a hailstorm. So yeah, it caused a fair bit of damage here in Sydney. It was all over the news here in Sydney. So yeah, all right. Let's head to the trains. We're gonna head back to Germany and take a little trip on the Raru Austin. Raru Austin is what we're doing. And 422 DB action. All right, let's see what we can do. Empty stop to do. There we go. Thunderstorm action, let's go. RB48. Actually, let's not do that because it is an annoying sound. Bolt. Oh yeah, right in front of us out there. Get those passenger lights on. Yeah, this and the dynamic, this and the fog, biometric fog are my two favourite weather features. I'm not a big fan of the snow, but yeah, I've always been a massive fan of the lightning forks on TSW. When it was first released on Train Sim World, it was absolutely insane. More so on the older routes. Lindsay Corridor was one of the major routes where lightning would just hit right on top of the track, and it was just that insane. I was like, holy crap, I'm going to get hit by one of these. It was just absolutely full on. I was a big fan of it actually. Not everyone hated it, but I just absolutely loved it. But yeah, I don't like storms in real life, so I'll explain to you guys I do suffer with a phobia for storms, but yeah, when I see it in the distance or I'm watching it or I have it in a video game, it doesn't bother me. Oh, I reckon it's so cool. Give it to me, give it to me. It's not going to give me the perfect screenshot. Oh well. I'll try again. Oh, good. I will be closing the poll vote very shortly, folks, for next week's midweek World of Trains community vote. So you've got a couple of minutes time to cast your vote. Grab a towel down the bottom. Okay, there we go with the RB48 service on the run at Austin. Very awesome route. We're up to level 735. All right. This is Midweek World of Trains, our 2023 Valentine's Day special. And thank you very much for joining me. I am your single Aussie Don. How are we all doing? Welcome aboard. Thank you for joining me. Pleasure. All right, so we're going to go and close the vote now, so just bear with me, and I'll sort this out, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we have 14 votes, ending poll vote right now. Next week's Midweek World of Trains community vote is our first trip for next week, and we're going to be taking a trip on the long Island Railroad next week.
Near travel.
Whoops. My apologies for that. And Cathcart Circle Line, 21%. Northern Transpennine, 14%. And Rapid Transit, 14%. Hey, everybody received the love this week. Everybody spread the love. That's it. That's how we do it. Thank you for 14 votes. Hey, we got a new record for 2024. Good stuff. Let's keep that going up and up and up. Thanks for everyone who voted. Appreciate you all. And we are heading to the Long Island Railroad next week. We're going to take a little bit of a different approach next week with it, though. Hopefully, I'll be able to take the Harlem Lines MC, like one of their series, and put it onto the Long Island Railroad. So that's what we're going to do. So let's see if we can do that next week. I'll test it and everything before I confirm it. But just take it for a grain of salt at the moment. But don't worry, we're going to the Long Island Railroad next week. We're going to do a big trip from New York to Rococoma. That'll be the trip we'll do. All right. Let's continue. We have plenty more to come. Don't go anywhere. All right, it's time now for some more action, and we're going to take a trip onto the Cathcart Circle Line. Cathcart Circle Line is what we're doing, the Class 3-1 through, and we've got a couple different paint jobs here. The Aussie ones. 32-minute service, 6:24 service, and a nice clear day. Enjoy. Here we go. Yeah, no, it's just the closing of the vote. We normally do finish on a... around now, but like a couple of hours into the stream. But today we are going further. Oh, it's this version. Oh, this is the Queensland one. Hey. Or is it the Queensland one? Oh. Oi, Chris, if you're still with us, is it Queensland or is it Victoria? I think it might be Victoria. I do apologise, folks. I think it might be a Melbourne. The Americans like to call it Melbourne. Melbourne. I've never been to Melbourne. I've been to Brisbane. And I've been to Queensland. I've actually been as far as North Queensland. It's absolute, like, it's my home. Like, I was born in Queensland. My parents were on holiday, so I was, born in Brisbane. And, I lived in Sydney all my life, though. But every time I go to Queensland, I absolutely love it. It's such a beautiful place. I'm pretty sure this is a Victoria one. Yeah, it's Melbourne. Mr. Kurt is the next stop. Kurt Hill. Mr. Kurt. Shouting lager, 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 shouting. God, I absolutely love that song. Yeah, Bond Slipper, yeah. Yeah, that's a great album. Great movie too. Yeah. Yeah, Bedrock, yeah, Bedrock's on there, yep. Yeah, what's your dream of? It's got some very good bass. That's right, we have a huntsman on this route, I'm pretty sure now. Yes, we do. We've got the huntsman's back on here. Forgot about that being re-put back on recently. Snap up more of Scotland for less. Glasgow to Ubin for only £8.90. With a Advance single ticket. Do they still have tickets? Oh man, if they still have those, man, they used to come in handy so much back in the days.
May I have your attention, please?
Oh, hang on.
Closed circuit television and remote video monitoring is in use at this station for your personal safety and security. Don't forget, folks, if you are getting ads throughout the stream, do note that those ads do pay for our future content for TSW and ATS. Yeah, all the money I do make on here does go towards our content. So I don't use it for anything else because, yeah, I find I feel guilty if I do. So it's always content. Actually, one of the years it actually paid for one of my Formula 1 games. So there you go. I think it was last year's, it might have been last year's one or the year before. I know I paid for one of the years. So I used to play Formula 1, I used to play it on the PlayStation every year. I used to have the Logitech G29 steering wheel and the play seat. And the funny story was when I had the G29 steering wheel since its launch, and I couldn't afford I wanted the play seat for it, you know, and I couldn't afford it at the time. And the funny thing is I went out to a local club and actually won a jackpot on a poker machine. So, and I won enough to buy the play seat. So it actually worked out quite cool, and I was like, oh sweet, now I got the money for the play seat, now I'm set. So yeah, I ended up selling it mainly because I had my old PC destroy itself, and you know, I didn't want to stay offline too long, so I got a loan and I still didn't have enough money, so I sold a couple of my modular Legos, which unfortunately one of them was the assembly square, which I'm spewing about because it's now retired, and it's way too expensive now. And yeah, I sold the play seat and the steering wheel. I didn't lose too much out of that though. I only lost a couple $100, I think it was. So it was something I didn't really want to get rid of, but I just had no alternative at the time. What's going on with the passengers? Where are the passengers? Don't worry about that, folks. That's just the custom PSR, the custom engine I'm using. It does it from a few, like a couple of little stations here and there. It does it too. It's nothing major. That's no big drama for me. 1/3 off the Railfans senior rail card for everyone aged 60 and over. Where will it take you? Certainly wouldn't go to an art gallery. So we're taking the Cavcar Circle Line, the Melburbian experience. Sports capital of Australia. So they play AFL up here as well, but we're more rugby league based here up here in Sydney. AFL has a big following. I don't follow AFL. I mainly watch the AFL around like just the grand final. I don't have a team. I don't really have a team, but if I was gonna say a team, you know, probably Brisbane Lions. You know, but yeah, I follow the rugby league with a passion. Like that's just Unfortunately, a few of my boys were in the news here a couple of days ago, fighting each other and a few drinks and boys being boys, and the media got a hold of it and they're trying to make a big story about it, where it was only boys just being boys, having a couple of drinks and a little bit of a wrestle. But because it was one of the main players, one of them being the captain, one being a future captain, they trying to make a big thing about it. Where it was, like I said, it was boys being boys. But the funny thing is they didn't actually show the full footage, and if they actually did, they don't realise that it was stacks on. There was a few other boys there, and there was stacks on. So, they were just trying to make a big story of it because, everybody's trying to bring down the big teams. Then you got people on, they're saying, oh, their attention, protective species, and it's like, I replied to him, I'm like, what, boy? Just because they're a rugby league player doesn't mean they're attention, protective species, I used to play rugby league. I won 4 premierships. Like as a kid, I had to retire because I had my neck come out of place within a space of a year and a half, 4 times over, 4 times. So I had to retire. I was lucky enough. The 4th year I played only 1 game, and that was the grand final. I played the preseason game, but my neck was really got out of place again, and then I went and had tested and everything. It turned out if I kept going, I might end up paralysed. So I retired that year. I played the grand final though. I managed to get back to the grand final. I begged the coach to put me in. So because I was captain to the year before. So I won 4 years in a row, 4 premierships in a row. We only lost 2 games in 4 years. It was fun. But the problem, why I used to have the necks, I know why I've destroyed my neck and that when I was younger. Not so bad now, but I more get shoulder pain around near the neck and that, so I sort of think it's related to that. But I used to always tackle the big boys. I used to always go for the big boys. I used to spear them as well, like a full going Goldberg. Oh, we have passengers on this platform. I didn't think the passengers were working. I was thinking, what? Have we got a Northeast Corridor or New York Trenton issue with this route now? Or, anyway, sometimes you get updates with the game, and it's sort of, you know, you see things in the game that you haven't seen before. There could be issues with something that wasn't an issue before the update, and you know, whatever they've done to something else is now done something else to something else. It sort of causes issues with some other things. I've just, because I'm such a veteran of the game, it has done that sometimes. You know, one thing that was working before, the update has now done something to it, and it's, yeah, like that band-aid's been taken off, you know, it's been ripped off, or something like that sort of aspect. Yeah, but you think 6:30 in the morning? Like I know around this time in the morning here in Sydney, it's absolutely peak hour. The platforms are packed. Even if it was winter and it's dark, yeah, this time it's still packed. I like how this mod actually has changed the ground to true to reality, because yeah, it is brown on the grounds, where Dovetail games didn't actually do that. So yeah, this mod definitely changes it to what it actually should be, and yeah, that's what the colouring is. Langs, is it Langs or Lungs? Lungs side. Land side. That's Cavcart just there, I know that. Cavcart. Good. Oh, we're going to Polish Hills, Polish Shores East, Shoreslands, Backsmell Park. The reason why I say that is because my nephew's name's Maxwell. I always call him Backsmell. He's a little shite, I tell you that much. Even though he's an adult, he's still a little shite. The way he treats my sister, yeah, thinks he's all that because he's got a lot of money. Nah. As soon as they got the inheritance, yeah, their moods changed massively. Both of my nephews, they think they. Well, not so much. One of my nephews is sort of, you know, it's gotten to his head. The other one doesn't really give a rat's. He's just a sort of typical Aussie, you know, yeah mate, you know, this and that, yeah mate, yeah mate, yeah mate. He's a tradie as well, so he's like the typical Aussie, yeah mate, on the roof, you know, yeah mate. Where the other one's, yeah, he's in uni and stuff. But there is one thing, you know, about my nephew, the one that's in uni. He is absolute amazing wizard at Japanese emanation. His ambition is he wants to eventually move to Japan and pursue a career in Japanese emanation in video gaming. And he has it. I'm telling you, he's drawing skills, and he obviously he uses not Blender. He uses some other thing like Blender, but I think it was it Prim I think it is, or something like that. But yeah, he does Japanese animation, absolute man, out of its world. It's just high class, massively high class, like platinum. It's so incredible. Like the drawing, even the drawings I've seen, even when he was a little kid, his drawings were absolutely just out of its world. Like you wouldn't think a young kid would be drawing this. He's always just had it. And we do have a big family history tree of art in some sort of fashion. So yeah, my grandfather was on my mum's side, he was he was a carpenter, an architect, and then on my dad's side, they owned a shoe business, so they used to build shoes, and it's there's always been some sort of artistic art in some sort of fashion on the family tree, and that's where I get my artistic skills for simulation, for building custom modulars and Lego and all this stuff. And if you see my back catalogue of City Skylines gameplay, you'll see that some of my cities have been absolutely built out of its world. I've built shopping centres, I've built autos places, I've just gone so detailed on everything. I'm just like, I like to get high in depth with everything, and make everything look so realistic. And I'm the same with when I'm building my paint jobs or more my trucks on American Truck and that. I got to have the real companies on the roads, on the AI traffic. I've got to have the real companies on my trucks. I've got to have, and I'm always doing research on real companies and that as well. Not just trucking companies, but branding and all kinds of things. So. I've always had a very unique artistic mindset, and that's just me, and might not relate to a lot of people, but if that's why I like to see like-minded people that come to my streams that has shared the same passion as what I do for what I'm doing here right now, is sharing my passion for trains, for routes, and it might not be some person, like everybody's not a favorite of certain routes. Like some people might love Cove Cart Circle Line, some people might not. That's their opinion, and everybody's entitled to opinion. I totally understand that. And I love German content. I love the British content as well. I'm not really saying this out of to really pee off some people, but I'm not really a big fan of the US freight, and I'm not a big fan of US content in general. I actually do prefer the German and European content. That's just right up my alley. And if we get anything here in Australia, I don't mind that as well. But I'm looking forward to the Japanese stuff as well. Like, I was still hoping that they would be doing the Tokyo commuter, but we didn't get it. I just would have loved to see the Tokyo commuter, for the simple fact is that it would have been just so cool to have seen all those Japanese buildings all lighting up and everything in Train Sim World, where I see it in Train Sim Classic, it looks great, it's awesome, but to see it in Train Sim World would just be out of its world. Who knows? It's supposed to be by the way, I've got to find out if Union Workshop's got an update to the Tokyo commuter actually for Train Sim Classic, because they're meant to be doing an update and bringing us the AI train that's in the game, but was meant to have an extension to another route. So I've got to find out what's going on there. There's the other variant. Yeah, that's the PT variant that we had on the 700. We also done in the past the same variant on the 425 on the Muchen Osberg. That was actually when I first discovered the Melbourne paint jobs for Train Sim World, actually. Yeah, I think that the reason why they don't do US freight now, mainly so, is well, we haven't had any new freight routes for US, is because I don't think it really sells well. So it's more like a. This is where it also comes down to a lot of people, you know. And I have to agree. Sometimes, you know, Dovetail can be seen as just being gold diggers, and it's all about the money. Yeah, look, I've explained this to you guys numerous times. That when you're running a business, you got to be cutthroat sometimes, and it's not going to agree. It's not going to agree with everybody. That's just the way that business runs. When you're running a business, you got to be cutthroat sometimes. So, yeah, it's not going to make everybody happy. So, unfortunately, sometimes there's hard decisions, and sometimes, you know, obviously it comes down to licensing as well. And there would have been an agreement with Metrolink that they were going to be doing more than one route. Look, I'm not surprised about San Bernardino line being announced, to be brutally honest. And I really should have been more smarter to the community and say, well, I really think San Bernardino line is definitely in the works, because the simple fact is that they were talking about San Bernardino line even when they were talking about End of Valley line. Because they said they were looking at a couple of options, and San Bernardino line was one of them. So that was basically an Easter egg right there and there. But yeah, no, I was dumb enough not to I was dumb enough to go with the theory that the Long Island Railroad was happening in a new variant, and that they were heading back to New York. But anyway. If they were going to do New Haven, no, they could have done They could have had options: M1, M2, M8, New Haven content. There's a few ones there. I think the GP38 was one of them. But yeah, there's a few options. Polyshields West, next stop. Slow down. Yeah, I'll be very surprised if the next route later on in the year is another Metrolink route, but I wouldn't rule it out, but I think everybody would be so peed off if it is. It'll be like, well, how much has Metrolink really paid you guys, like, to do 3 in a row? Like, this has never happened. Like, let alone 2 routes in a row happen, so... from the same company. Actually, they are doing a GP38, aren't they? On this one, isn't it? Okay. According to my computer, it's saying it's 21 Celsius, but I swear this studio feels like it's 30. Some air conditioner on. Sweating under my legs. It's one of the worst things about summer here in Australia is it's just so damn sticky, and this month is always very humid. It's like Singapore humid. It's yeah, but it's been basically like that all summer because of the Nano. They're telling people to stay out of the water and out at the moment because there's a bug going around. It's causing people to get sick, so they're telling people not to go swimming in the pools, and yeah, they found it in the ocean as well. So yeah, no surprise. It's because of the weird weather we've had. And Richie says he's looking forward to the San Bernardino line. Yeah, this one's not as big and it's not as hilly in it. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. This one actually. It's this is the missing gap though. This is actually the piece they should have done before Antelope Valley line, but I know for a fact that they didn't go with a realistic timetable with Antelope Valley line because I think there's like one service every 1-2 hours or something. It's very dull. So they went with a fantasy timetable. I'll say there'll be a fantasy timetable with this one coming up as well. Yeah, so I think the release schedule could be, well, it could change, but we know the German route's releasing next, and then I think Goblin Line will be followed that, and then I think we'll most likely get the Austrian route after that, or San Bernardino. I reckon we'll get the US one actually before Austria, but yeah, I say that'll be. But yet again, I think maybe Goblin Line might actually fall back. I think the US route might release before that. I don't know, I just got a feeling it might release before that. But yet again, we've actually seen the routes on the other ones. So the US one we haven't. So I might be wrong. So yeah, I'll lean more towards the German one definitely releasing next. That's 100%. That's confirmed already. And then the Goblin Line, which is the London Overground, and then we'll get the Austrian route. Then after that, the US route would definitely be the route. And then by the time we've got the US route released and everything, there'll surely should be another Austrian route on the roadmap, another German route on the roadmap. Yeah. Fire Circle could actually come before the US route, but we haven't seen anything from that either. And if you know about the Fire Circle, folks, from Train Sim Classic, you know about the bridge. Damn. That was the one I was pumped for the most out of any of the announcements because I've been calling for the 5 circle for so damn long. Yeah, I just hope they smash it out of the park just like they've done with the last last release. Yeah, I was hoping it was next too. I thought it was next actually. I thought state the obvious. It's surely the UK one should be next, but yeah, no, it's not. when they said the German one. That shocked me actually when they announced that. I was looking at myself here, and I'm thinking, damn, I didn't think that would be coming out of their mouths. I thought they'll be giving us. I actually thought they were going to give us an announcement date, but no, they didn't. They said it's still fair way off. I'm like, ah! I got so frustrated. Because yeah, I've been calling for North London for a while, so when they gave us the clues, I knew straight away what they were. "104 is this is such a great train. I'm so looking forward to Peak Forest's update. I love Peak Forest. It's a great route. It's so awesome. It's so highly detailed, and I've always been a massive fan of that train route. And I've always enjoyed it with modern content on there, like not the. I've taken the Midland stuff on there, like HSTs and stuff.
May I have your attention, please? Closed circuit television and remote video monitoring is in use at this station for your personal safety and security.
Okay, there we go. 34 minutes 46 in the end with the Cove Car Circle line, and that was played mainly because we obviously didn't win the contest, so I've done it here now. But also, I want to give you guys a nice little bonus. Let's hope no train symbol 5. Look, I'll be honest with you. I would probably lean towards it. Yes, it will be happening. But there's no concrete evidence, so that's good. No leaks from by JD next at the moment. And I've noticed that JD has been left off a lot of the live streaming lately. I think he might be officially now retired. Or been kicked off for good. Because Alex basically does everything now with Matt. And I notice JD is sort of... Has he done any streams this year? I know he must have been kicked off for some reason. So yeah, that's quite funny if he has, because yeah, maybe he wants to leak something, but he just can't. Oh, all right. Anyway, I did see that Alex did do a little smart teasing thing, like he was trying to tease something. But anyway, all right. That comes to the end, folks. So that is it. Thank you very much for watching. We do have a premiere coming up on our YouTube channel in about half an hour from now. I have set it for 11:15, I think, local time. So yeah, it will be 15 past the hour. If you are in India, I think it's like something different. So it's like 45 past the hour. So yeah, they got weird times over there. But anyway, that's what happens when you have a car in Harley. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Nice little joke there. It's been an honour bringing you the Valentine's Day special, 161st edition. Don't forget our midweek World of Trains community vote was voted in earlier tonight, and we are heading first up next week to the Long Island Railroad, and we're going to do something on there, whatever it is. I don't know at the moment, but I'll test something through the week and see what we can do. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow's Thursday. We'll probably do a stream tomorrow. I'm not 100% certain because I did say I was going to do one last week and I didn't end up doing it. So we'll be here tomorrow, maybe not, I don't know. But if not, I'll see you on Sunday for All Aboard Live. That'll be our next main live stream, and we'll be on the same time we started today. As always, we always start around the same time. Do note when the times change, like daylight saving and all that, and the times change throughout the world, it will change throughout the year. Obviously, I'll keep you guys informed of the starting times no matter what. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thanks for Richie Rails and Chris and Semril and the railway guy coming in for a nice little quick one there as well. Thanks for your comments today, and I appreciate everybody's voting, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.